Welcome to the Full-Time FBA Show. In each episode, it's our goal to help you turn part-time hours into a full-time income selling almost anything on Amazon. And now, your hosts of the show, Stephen and Rebecca Smotherman.
Hello there, and welcome to another episode of the Full-Time FBA Show. We are on episode number 263. We are talking today about why Q4 is an optimal time to start selling on Amazon. Q4, the most wonderful time of the year, as Stephen Smotherman always says or sings.
Usually I sing it.
Right. Stephen, welcome to the show. Is this like your favorite topic to talk about, or is it just me?
I mean, Q4, it's so awesome that
You sound like you're going to cry.
I do. It's so awesome. And a lot of people wonder, well, what if I want to start? Is Q4 the best time to start? Well, we really think it's an optimal time, and we'll get into that on today's episode of the Full-Time FBA Show.
When it comes to selling on Amazon, there is simply no better time to make the most money possible than during Q4. As a reminder, Q4 stands for quarter four, and in the business world, that refers to the final 3 months of the year, October, November, and December. But sometimes some people who are wanting to start selling on Amazon will wonder, is it a good time to start? Is it too late? Or is this a good time for me to start selling on Amazon?
Yeah, in fact, yesterday I had a connect call with someone who wanted to start selling on Amazon, and he was asking about our Amazon coaches and our coaching program. And on the call, he said, I have my Amazon account set up and ready, and I really want to learn how to actually get some sales on Amazon. I'm just really bummed that I didn't get started until Q4, because Q4 is finally here, and I wish I'd already started. And his comment kind of took me back a little bit, and I asked him what he meant by that. And he said, well, I've been listening to your podcast for some time, and I keep hearing how amazing sales are in Q4, and I really wish I had started sooner. You know, that way before Q4, I could really maximize my business so that I'm ready for all those Q4 sales. And I get it. I get why he says that, but I told him that Q4 is actually one of the best times to start selling on Amazon, and that's what we're going to get into on today's episode.
So, Stephen, you've been selling on Amazon since 2011, but let me ask you this. When exactly did you get your very first sale on Amazon?
I actually have this on my calendar as a reminder. It's
comes up on your calendar every year.
As a reminder. And I got my first sale on Amazon back in December of 2011. I still remember what it was too. It was a Lightning McQueen remote control car.
Aww.
And so yes, my very first sale that launched my Amazon business was in December, practically when Q4 was almost over. But of course, that wasn't when I actually started learning and opening my account and stuff like that. I first learned about selling on Amazon over Thanksgiving break. I opened up my Amazon seller account the first few days of December, sent some inventory in as soon as I could, and my first item sold the same day it was checked into an Amazon warehouse, early December of 2011.
And now you know if it sells the first day, you had the price set too low.
Probably so. Or just right.
It was just really highly in demand.
Yes.
So do you recommend that we all wait until the first week of December to open up our seller account?
No. That was just my experience. I don't recommend that anyone wait until the first week of December unless it's actually December 1st. I mean, basically my best advice to those of you who are thinking about selling on Amazon is this: get started now. Whenever you're listening to this, get started now.
Whenever now is.
Yes.
Now is the time.
Exactly. And so, we're recording this in Q4. And so the rest of the episode, we'll share why Q4 is really one of the best times, most optimal times to start selling on Amazon.
The first thing you need to know if you decide to start selling on Amazon in Q4 is this. Q4 is a time where every category on Amazon gets a big boost in sales. The sales velocity is amazing. Mm-hmm. And this can help you as a beginner get some quicker sales of the items that you're sending into Amazon warehouses than if you were starting at any other quarter during the year. The two things you want to know when you buy inventory to sell on Amazon are, number one, will this item be profitable? And two, will it sell quickly? And in Q4, with every category on Amazon getting a nice boost in sales, that means that your chances of selling something quickly are increased. Now, don't hear me say that and assume that everything will sell quickly on Amazon in Q4. That's not what I'm saying. That's not how it works. But your chances of selling your inventory are basically boosted in Q4. Again, there's an exact science and process that we can teach you for how to know if and when an item is expected to sell. But Q4 will give your sales a nice boost.
Oh, yeah. And another thing that makes Q4 an optimal time to start selling on Amazon is the fact that almost every store on the planet, both locally with retail arbitrage and online, all these stores, they're just having big sales, sale after sale throughout Q4. And so when you purchase the items on sale, you get more ROI, more return on your investment with the sale than any other time of the year.
You're using the word sale a couple of different ways there.
That's true.
They have more sales. They're having lots more discounts.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. And that boost in ROI in Q4 because of finding stuff that's on discount is one of the reasons I love using a deal list to help me find profitable items online to sell on Amazon, which leads us to the next reason Q4 is a good time to start selling on Amazon. Since there are so many store sales going on during Q4, that makes Q4 the best time of the year to use a subscription deal list to help you find profitable items to sell. Basically, deal lists are subscription-based services that provide you with a daily list of leads filled with a certain number of profitable items. Our own deal list is called OA Success Leads, and it provides you every weekday with a list of items that can be found online. They're profitable, and they can be sold on Amazon. Most of the products on the OA Success Leads list are approved for even beginner sellers to sell on Amazon. They don't have those restrictions, and they're an easy way to find items to sell. Our VAs do the hard work of finding those leads, and you get the leads every weekday, then pick out which leads fit your business model. We have 2 unique leads lists, so you can check them out by going to fulltimefba.com/OA Success.
The next reason why Q4 is awesome to start selling on Amazon is because during Q4, especially late November and early December, that's the time when many retail stores start to sell out or have limited supply of the holidays' big hot toy, which leads to big time price increases on Amazon. It's basically the law of supply and demand in action come Q4. When the supply goes down, which is normal in Q4, and the demand goes up, which is normal in Q4, then the price of that item is going to go up too. This is not price gouging. These are not prices on necessity items that you need in an emergency. No, this is just supply and demand doing its thing. Now, the retail stores, they cannot really increase their prices of the season's hot toy, but third-party sellers like you and me, we can. We can sell the hot toys at the higher prices. And if you know where to find the sold out or hard to find items, then you can make some serious profits. And that leads to the next most obvious question. How do you actually find the sold out items or hard to find items? I mean, they're hard to find for a reason. We can go into this in a future episode, but the main takeaways for finding the hard to find toys is this. Number 1, know what the hard to find toys are. Number 2, always be looking for the hard to find toys. Number 3, if it's sold out at one store, look at another store in that store's chain, maybe nearby you. And number 4, always be looking for the hard toys. Wait, that was step 2. But it's that important that it's on there twice. There's more ways we can tell you, but we're going to focus on that in another episode.
Do you have that written down to focus on that in another episode? Because I love those ideas.
Yes, let's do this.
Okay. Put it on your calendar. Another reason that Q4 is the best time to start selling on Amazon is this. With the increased sales on Amazon, that will lead to you having increased opportunities for positive seller feedback. The more positive feedbacks that you earn on your account, the more opportunities your inventory will have time given to you in the buy box. So you might not know this, but when you start selling on Amazon, you won't have a feedback score to display. And so by your seller name, your potential customers only see just launched in a little text block next to your name, where your feedback score usually would be if you have more experience. Mm-hmm. So you won't, until you get some feedback under your belt, Amazon will keep that just launch tag there, and then they'll remove it when you get that feedback and will actually show your customers your actual feedback score. Some Amazon customers don't look at that, but some of them do. And they don't like to buy from a seller account that was just launched for fear that it's a new account that doesn't have any experience, and they're just afraid of being cheated or scammed. But in Q4, there are many more sales and more chances to get those feedbacks so that Amazon will remove that just launch tag and display your actual feedback score. And then you will also get more time in the buy box as you get more feedback. And more time in the buy box equates to more sales. So use this Q4 period to earn more positive feedbacks, which will lead to more buy box time, and it will lead to more sales once Q4 has turned into Q1 next year.
Finally, the last thing that we're going to discuss today on why selling on Amazon and starting your Amazon business is a good time during Q4 is this. When Q4 comes around next year, you're going to have a full year under your belt to take advantage of even more Q4 sales and profits. I mean, you're going to be a more confident seller. You're going to have better seller metrics. You'll be approved to sell more items and more brands on Amazon. You have the experience you need to make next year's Q4 even better than your first Q4. Again, I started learning about Amazon in November of 2011. My first sale was in December of 2011. And by Q4 of 2012, only 1 year later, I was able to grow my Amazon business to actually be in the top 25% of all Amazon sellers. And you can find similar success too. If you learn the right ways to sell, you put in the hard work, you make the commitment to it, you can start selling on Amazon during this year's Q4 and soon be making a full-time income selling on Amazon.
That's right. And if you're listening to this episode on the day it drops, October 21st, tonight we're starting a free 5-day workshop for you. And it's called the Amazon Q4 Income Accelerator Workshop. In this workshop, we're going to share with you some big time Q4 strategies to make the most of this year's Q4, including more details on how to find those hard to find or sold out toys, as well as how you can realistically make a full-time income selling on Amazon. You can sign up for it at fulltimefba.com/Q4 workshop. And if you're listening in the future, hello, welcome from the future. But you can use that same link to access limited time replay videos or be notified the next time we put on the Q4 workshop. Again, the link is fulltimefba.com/Q4 workshop. Thank you so much for joining us for this episode of the Full-Time FBA Show. As a reminder, the show notes and any links that we mentioned in this episode can be found at fulltimefba.com/263 because this is episode number 263.
And next week on the show, we have a spotlight on a full-time FBA coaching student. If you're curious what our coaching program is like and you actually want to hear from one of our coaching students and get some words from them about what it's like and what their experience has been like, then join us next week on the Full-Time FBA Show.
That's all for this episode of the Full-Time FBA Show. So head over to fulltimefba.com/podcast, where you'll find the show notes and links from this episode. While you're there, subscribe to our newsletter where you'll get several free downloads of our popular and helpful Amazon FBA resources. Now, take action on what you've learned today so you can find success at turning part-time hours into a full-time income with Amazon FBA.